Hi, thanks for coming by PineCreekMusic.com or our YouTube channel for Pine Creek Music. This is part 3 of the review of our $40 Chinese Stratocaster. If you've seen parts 1 and 2, you've seen us unbox it. Check it out. It came with a nice variety of stuff. In part 2, we talked about things like the fact that this is a cheese grater and it was actually cutting my fingers. That's the ends of the frets, and that we had planned to try to turn this into a decent guitar. We've decided to go for a specific kind of sound for a couple of reasons. We're going to put lace pickups on this. We have blue, silver, red 3-pack here of lace pickups that we picked up for, let me get the amount here. We picked that up at Musician's Friend for $122.66. That was actually a good deal, but it's kind of cool. So we wanted to check them out. Plus, there was a time when lace sensors were standard on Stratocaster guitars, and we're really curious to see exactly what that sounds like and how it plays. Some people are like, well, but you know, you can get a better sound. Well, whatever, but we're going for that time period, and we want that sound. We want to see what that sounds like. We have other guitars that sound other ways, so that's the way this one's going. We also have a new jack plate. I pointed out the fact that this one is so cheap that putting the screws in it bend it. So we have an authentic Fender jack plate here that we spent $8.76 for. We have a new Graphtec nut, 1160, because that one is junk. We have a premium wiring kit for Stratocaster. Both this and the jack plate came from StewMac. The wiring kit was only $47. That's pretty cool. And we're going to throw on, just because we can, the Fender Chrome Complete strap locks. These were 14 bucks. We're just going to throw them in there. And I've got some super slinky size 9 strings that we're going to put on there. $7 from our local store. We would have bought them anyways. When we're done with this, we will have spent $203.90. And if you count the $40 for the guitar, the whole thing will be $243.90. If we can get it set up correctly and we get the sound we want, this should be a really nice guitar for less than 250 bucks. So let's see what happens. We're not going to bore you with watching us do every step. We'll take photos of the steps as we go through them. We'll show you the stuff we take out, and we'll show you bits and pieces of putting it in there. I'll just put some stills in the video. There's lots of videos online that show you how to do all of this, and then we're going to set it up and we'll show you the end result. And with a little luck, we're going to end up with a really nice guitar. See you soon. Okay, so about, let's see, we're about 5 hours into this. The wiring was not bad at all. You just have to be very patient so you make sure you don't screw it up. The stuff I took out was pretty weak in comparison to what went in, especially the pots. And we've got the new lace pickups installed, blue, silver, red. In this particular case, we got a special deal on those. The cheese grater frets are no more. They've all been leveled. They actually weren't too bad. It was just a couple down here. And we have a new nut in. We've put a new tusk nut in. Something to be aware of when you do these. They come just a little bit too big, but they're very easy to sand. All you have to do, this is the old one that came out, is a plastic piece of junk. As you heard, if you listen to the other, one of the other two, or the second of the 3 videos. But the tusk nut, all you have to do to adjust the size of it is just take a block of sandpaper like this, and you just sand it. And you can, they come a little bit too big, they're a skosh bit too wide. This one was actually apparently, as far as I can tell, it was the right height. Now we're going to set it up next, so the reason I'm showing you the video now is because we have to put strings on it. And we're going to put on these Ernie Ball Super Slinkies, number 9s, 9, 11, 16, 24, 32, and 42 gauge wires. But in order to adjust the height of the nut, we need to put strings on so we can adjust the measurements here. These are measurements you can get right off of the GraphTech website for your installing your nut, and we need to put the strings on to do that. My point about the sanding the nut was, when you make the adjustments, when you sand the edges to make it the right width, when you sand the side to make it the right thickness, you have to be very careful that you don't overdo it. The GraphTech nuts, they're composite with graphite in them, and they sand very easily, which is nice, makes it really easy to put them in, but make sure you do small adjustments, you know. Sand it like that. That's good. Try it. Come back. Try it again. That's good. Stop. Try it again. You don't want to do really much more than that. It'll take you. It'll still only take you about 5 minutes to get it. But by doing it in small adjustments like this, you'll end up with it absolutely perfect. So we're gonna put strings on it. I'm gonna adjust make sure the height is the correct adjustment. Then we're going to set the guitar up, including the bridge, and then we'll be back, and you'll get to see how it sounds. And our $40, now $250 guitar, hopefully, is going to sound quite magical. Back in a bit. Okay, we are finally there. This is the conclusion, part 3 of 3 parts of the review of our $40 Chinese cheapo guitar. That in part 2, if you saw that, we did the exact same tone test that we're about to do now. We have the same amplifier with, if you look, you'll see all of the same settings. Everything is set to 5. They're all dead center in the middle. And we're trying to be as neutral as possible. I'm not going to play the guitar. I'm just going to let you hear what it sounds like in all 5 positions of the switch. And you can do the comparison. If you listen to video 2 of 3, you'll have an exact comparison of what we ended up with. In that video, we told you, don't buy one of these. And to be honest, it was more hassle than it was worth. To fix the fretboard was a lot of work, a lot of filing, a lot of taping, a lot of everything. The nut, that was not bad. Setting it up was easy. The electronics weren't even that bad. The lace pickups were fine. They came with their own wiring diagram. That was awesome. So I just tuned it up without further ado. This is with, so let's see, everything we did. We put a new nut on it, a Graphtec Tusk graphite nut, $11.60. Fender Chrome complete strap locks. These are wicked cool. I am going to put these on all my guitars. Basically, to get it off, you just pull this button out and just lift it up. You screw this on the strap and pop it on, and that sucker is not coming off. So you don't have to worry about dropping any more guitars. We had a new jack plate, cost $8.76. That came from Stu Mac, also from Stu Mac, Stuart McDonald. A Premier wiring kit for Stratocaster that was $46.88, and I have to recommend that. That little wiring kit was awesome. There's a shielded cable from the output to the volume pot. The other wires are they're the braided cloth covered wires. Everything's stranded. The pots are 250K heavy duty. It's got a nice orange 22 microfarad pot or capacitor. The switch is awesome. For $46.88, if you're doing a parts caster or do it yourself, why not? And then the lace pickups. The lace pickups were this is a blue, red, silver set that you can buy for $122.66, and it's not their most popular. I think the hot gold probably is their most popular, and these aren't quite as hot as you're used to maybe on a lot of Strats, but there was a time when Stratocasters all came with lace pickups, and that's actually what I was going for with this particular, as long as I was going to do all of this and try to turn this into, you'll notice I sanded off the logo that was here. You can barely tell that it was there ever, because this is definitely not a $40 El Cheapo Ammoon guitar anymore. It was very easy to set up. The only problem I had with the setup was trying to get the bridge to float correctly. The way they put the bridge, the way that it's installed in the back of the guitar, it's pretty weird, and it's everything is a little cockeyed, and you actually can't back out the adjustments as far as you'd like because they hit the cover. It would actually, if I cut out an opening for them so they could stick out, so okay, fine. We won't. I'm not gonna worry about it. I don't really hardly ever use it anyways. I'm not that good a guitar player, and it's not even my first instrument, so you know, whatever. Without further ado, compare this to what you heard before. This is what we did for an additional $203 from basically a guitar. Think of it this way: if you found a Stratocaster in the trash, actually, if you did that and the neck was all messed up like this one was, I would probably go to Warmoth or someplace like that and get a new neck. This is a lot of work. However, the truss rod adjustment and everything on this worked perfectly. I was able to get just exactly the right amount of bow in it that I wanted. That part was incredible. Once I got the frets to stop cutting my fingers like a cheese grater, I have no complaints about the neck. I like the shape of it. It's a 12-inch radius. It's fine. Anyways, okay. Here we go, and then we're done. Setting 1. Everything is the same. All 5 triode. Tone pots are all in one because they were before, and that's it. And the reverb's off. And notice no more twangy. Position 2. Position 3. Position 4. Position 5. Sounds like a Stratocaster. Yeah. It sounds like a Stratocaster. Link Ray would be proud. You know. I like it. It's a nice guitar. The tuners work good. It's staying in tune now. I'll play it. It's not my first go-to guitar, but when I want to play something on a Strat, I'm liable to grab this. It's certainly great for running around to gigs and stuff, because if I screw it up, oh well. Anyways, thanks for coming by PineCreekMusic.com or Pine Creek Music's YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed all of this nonsense. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. We'll try to get back to you. And happy 2018, everybody. This is position 1. Alright. Position 2. Not bad. Position 3. Position 4. String is just really distracting. And 5. And the reverb's off. You'll notice no more twangy. Position 2. Position 3. Position 4. Position 5.